Hey everybody, welcome to day one of the Crush It Trading Small Account Challenge. A couple days ago, I put $300 into my Tasty Trade account into an IRA Roth so that I could show you how to trade the Crush It Trade strategy over the next 30 days, produce some cash flow. Now you're probably wondering, how can I trade every single day? Well, two things. It's an IRA Roth, so it's a cash account, right? And number two, we're trading options. Options usually settle within 24 hours, so we can trade every single day. Now, we're only going to be able to buy maybe one or two contracts at the most, but we'll be able to get a trade every single day. Now, I'm not going to get into how to use the platform here right now, but I will produce another video here maybe tonight that talks about how to use the platform. Now, I don't know everything about Tasty Trade. I just know what I use, and so that's what I'll get into. Right here is your expiration dates. And then you have your call side, and then you have your put side over here. And I usually have open interest, implied volatility, volume, then the bid and the ask. And let's open up to this Friday's expiration. And I took two 15s, you can see right here. And the trade that I took today was on Tesla. $1.65 was my buy-in. And I ended up selling at $1.83, which I'm not sure how that happened. I'll get into that in a second here. But that is just a quick synopsis of how to use the Tasty Trade. And down here is where you would click your review and send. But we made $18, 11%. And let me get into the recap here, and I'll show you what happened. This was it right here. We had a classic A-plus Crush It Trade setup take place in the Crush It zone, in the 1 hour Crush It zone. Now you can see there is a intraday, a 5-minute Crush It zone here also, but I was more or less playing the 1 hour level here. And as price got into this level, you can see we got some nice clean touches on all three charts, on the 10-second, on the 1 minute. And then one more thing I wanted to show you is on the 1 hour right here. Look at how far outside the Bollinger Bands we were here. And another indicator was down here. This is my modified MACD. So this is the MACD here, and this is my modified MACD. You can see that I put what I call buy zones and sell zones in here, and we were deep into the sell zone. So I had everything I needed to know about taking this trade short or buying puts on it. And okay, so I don't know what happened on my trade. I made $18. It just sold on me. I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure why it sold. I just looked up and I made $18. So a little bit bummed about it. I was hoping my first day we were going to make $40, $50, $60, which we should have. The trade in itself was worth well over 100%. But, you know, you're not going to get in on the full trade usually, and so I'm not expecting that. So I was expecting more of a maybe a $50 win. Ended up with $18. A little bit of a bummer, but we'll try again tomorrow. I did take this trade again in my big account. If you watch the morning live show, you can see that I took this trade also. Ended up making $5,000 on that trade. So I'll talk a little bit about the scale on that one, being that I don't even know where I scaled out on my trade because like I said, I looked up and I was up. My P&L was $18 and I was out of the trade. So I might have had a take profit in and I didn't realize it and just sold it. I'll have to double check that, but hopefully it's going to be fully functioning for tomorrow. But anyway, so on my regular recap, so for my big account, just so you know where I would have scaled out on this, if I was holding that one contract, my target would have been the bottom of the Crush It zone, right about here. And I think that produced at that point was up probably about 75 cents or $75 per contract roughly. And I know, being that it's my first day, that I probably would have sold that contract at that time. If I was now trading in my big account, I would have scaled out right here at the bottom of the zone. I would usually take about 50% right here, and then I would take 50% of that 50% down here at the 0.618 level. And I did end up getting out at about 11 o'clock-ish right in here at the VWAP. You can see that price did end up going much lower, and I wish I would have had the trailers on there on the big account, but I didn't. But you know what? The focus of this particular video is right here, the small account challenge. And I just want to show you that, you know, we can make money trading the Crush It Trade strategy Monday through Friday on one of the 6 stocks that we trade. And that's the whole reason for doing this, is you don't need a lot of money. We can start with $300, and we'll see how much money we can make in the next 30 days, all right? So stay tuned and watch for that Tasty Trade video coming out to learn how to use the platform. And we will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Thanks for tuning in.